My journey with mild hyperbaric oxygen therapy started 15 years ago when I had mercury toxicity and chronic levels of candida in my blood. That was in a soft chamber, okay, using ambient air at 1.3 atmospheres. In these 15 years, mild hyperbaric oxygen therapy has evolved so much. So for example, to this point that I'm in a hard chamber that gets to 2 atmospheres with all the mod cons. We're at a moment that's really exciting. We're at a moment where we can utilize mild oxygen chambers like this, okay, hyperbaric oxygen chambers, to deliver oxygen into the plasma and therefore all around the body to cells and tissues that may be deprived. They may be in a hypoxic state. And this is something that we can't do via respiration in many cases. This is why there's so many people benefiting with a variety of conditions or goals around their health. As I keep reminding people, the miracle isn't the mild hyperbaric oxygen therapy chamber. The miracle is your body and what it can do with oxygen when it gets it. Let's start with the basics, why oxygen is so vital. Think of oxygen as the currency of energy in your body. Every cell needs it to produce ATP, the molecule that powers muscles, nerves and organs. Without it, our cells can't function properly. But oxygen does more than give you energy. It's essential for healing and repair, helping damaged tissues regenerate. It supports your immune system, enabling white blood cells to fight off infections. And your brain, don't forget your brain. It thrives on oxygen, which supports focus, memory and clarity. When oxygen is limited, you might notice fatigue. You might notice slower recovery or brain fog. Mild hyperbaric oxygen therapy can help improve oxygen delivery, especially in tissues that are inflamed or not getting enough blood flow. Oxygen is the single most vital element for human survival. We can go weeks without food, days without water, but only a few minutes without oxygen. Think about that. Every cell in the body depends on it, making oxygen the foundation of energy, repair, and life itself. Oxygen and energy production. Number one, think about this. Oxygen is the final electron acceptor in the mitochondria, the power plant of our cells. Without it, the body can't efficiently convert ATP or oxygen to ATP, which is our fuel. That's adenosine triphosphate. Now this means that oxygen is directly responsible for our energy, vitality, and ability to function moment to moment. Oxygen and the nervous system, and the brain, although it's only 2% of our body weight, requires 20% of our oxygen supply. So adequate oxygen supply is crucial for memory, focus, mood regulation, and protection against neurodegeneration. Think of Alzheimer's, etc. in the future. Even mild drops in oxygen can cause brain fog, poor concentration and fatigue. Now think about oxygen and healing. Oxygen fuels repair processes such as collagen production and immune function. It helps fight infection by supporting white blood cells. Wounds, injuries, inflammation, and more all resolve more efficiently and effectively when oxygen gets delivered to the area it needs to go to. Oxygen and detoxification. Oxygen is essential in the liver, okay, especially the liver detox pathways. It supports the breakdown and elimination of toxins and metabolic wastes. Inadequate oxygen impairs detox, leading to cellular stress and the build-up of damaging free radicals. So it's so important with detox. When oxygen is low, think about this. When it's low, the supply is reduced. Whether by poor breathing, environmental factors, illnesses, or circulatory issues, the body quickly begins to suffer. So in a mild state of, let's say, concentration or deprivation, you're going to feel fatigue, brain fog, mood changes, headaches, poor sleep. Think about when you've got moderate deprivation. You get impaired immune system function, reduced exercise capacity, and slower healing. You get early aging onset. And severe deprivation, you get organ damage, loss of consciousness, and ultimately death within minutes. Even subtle chronic oxygen deficiency can quietly undermine health and longevity, often without immediate obvious symptoms. Think about that. Oxygen isn't just about breathing in and out. It's about how efficiently our body absorbs, transports, and utilizes it at the cellular level. Understanding and optimizing oxygen delivery is one of the most powerful ways to improve health, also performance and your resilience. We can be excused for not recognizing the importance of oxygen. We breathe from our very first breath of life. We're not all aware of the fact that air contains oxygen and that oxygen has vital roles in our body, particularly at the level of the mitochondria, which is the motor of the cell, to generate energy. Now, when you think about that, every cell of every organ will help that organ function better with more energy. Doesn't matter what organ we're talking about, it will function better. That oxygen deprivation is a serious challenge, and it occurs easier than what we think, and not necessarily at a level where we are challenging getting it from the air, but also at that level of the cellular level. Is it getting to the cells? And think about this. Think about the consequences if it isn't getting to the cell. But it's so important to recognize simply that without oxygen, there's no life.